the hard work, sacrifice, it's all coming down to this.
I didn't sweat and cry all those tears and drip all that blood for no reason.
My dream is to be the UFC champion, nothing else.
I've got to destroy whoever they put in front of me. I'm not gonna let someone hijack my destiny.
Every one of these fighters here honestly believe that this is their time, and they're right. This is their time. This is their opportunity to reach out and grab everything they ever dreamed of. Welcome to The Ultimate Fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UFC 2 My Career Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. It is a brand new series right here on BrendenPlayz. I'm so excited to bring you guys this series. We're currently playing The Ultimate Fighter. We're trying to get through it, and we are going to be playing as our own created fighter. His name, well, you know, I'm not really the most creative person, and when it comes to names, I don't really have many great names to come up with. So what I did is I called my created fighter, well, BrendenPlayz. So we are playing here as a heavyweight, and we'll be training under the MMA style. So we're gonna be, you know, trying to be a bit of an all-rounder, do a little bit of everything. And today, what we're trying to do is qualify for the Ultimate Fighter and get into the Ultimate Fighter house. And here I am. That's me. That's BrendenPlayz. So we have a huge chance here to qualify for the Ultimate Fighter, and I believe there is a couple of teams you can side with as well. We'll talk more about that one later on if we do qualify. So there I am, BrendenPlayz, of course from Australia. So this should be a really, really good fun fight, and we'll see how we go. I've played a lot of UFC 1. I haven't played too many fights yet, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty. I don't think my stand-up is all that great, and I'm going to be trying to probably look for the submission. That's where I think I'm most comfortable at. So here we go. We're going to get this fight underway. So it's Playz versus Cooper, and this one is underway. So we're straight away trying to stand up and throw a few down, and we connected with a few, but as you can see, our stamina already just straight away going. But a nice few kicks there as well from Playz, and that's, you know, that's what we need to try and do. Try and knock this guy down. But so in this series, we'll be covering the entire career of BrendenPlayz, his rise from rookie to perhaps a legend if we do get that far. But I'll be showing you everything to do with the career mode and the behind-the-scenes stuff, not just only the fights. We'll be showing you everything along the way as well. So make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe so you do not miss any more episodes. And at the moment, we do have Cooper down. We're trying to posture up now, perhaps trying for the top mount. And a big improvement to this game compared to last year's game is the, you know, the clear button instructions that it has on your screen. Now we have the armbar locked in. Cooper's in some trouble now, trying to get out of the armbar. And Playz is getting it into a better position, trying to lock it in even tighter. Cooper's trying everything in his power to try and power out of it, but Cooper is in some real trouble, trying to break the hold, but Playz has it locked in real tight, and Cooper might just be about ready to tap out. There's not much more he can do, and there it is. He has to submit, and this fight is over. And Playz, well, welcome to the Ultimate Fighter, because he has qualified and will be in the house. Making quick work of Cooper with an easy submission, and that's all she wrote. Cooper tried to go stand up, and he was taken to the ground, and a submission was locked in from there. And that's the end of Cooper, and a big victory, the first fight victory for BrendenPlayz. And is now going to start his career in the UFC through the Ultimate Fighter. A fantastic victory, and he'll be moving into the house to try and compete against the other fighters, to try and win the Ultimate Fighting competition. This will be very, very exciting indeed. We'll see how he fares. And now I guess we have a few decisions to make where we're going to be. So Team Tate thinks we're going to be a top 3 pick, as does Team Rousey. So that's great. That's great news. Obviously, they've got high hopes for us. We'll see how we go in the team selection and how we stack up against the competition. So will we be going on Team Tate or Team Rousey? Tate has the first pick. The first pick will be Wesley Waller. So we don't get the first pick. Will we be number 2? Yes, we are. So number 2, we're on Team Rousey. That's cool. I want to be on Rousey's team anyways. That's great. So we are on her team. We'll skip ahead. So we have a team, and we've got a, well, number 2 pick. That's pretty damn good. So there's nothing worse than getting picked last for anything, you know. You get picked last for a football game, it sucks. So to get picked first by Rousey, that's pretty cool. Number 2 overall, that's fantastic. So here's the screen right here, and we can view some of our fight offers and see what we have in store for us. So we can go up against Wesley Waller to try and take him down and get him out of the preliminaries. He is obviously the number 1 pick, so you would assume that he's the other top star. So I don't really want to jump into the deep end straight away. I want to try and go for somebody who I think I can probably beat. So we're not going to go for Waller. And here's a few of the career stats, some other things we got available to us. So this is the news, the career stats, and the career awards. Obviously we haven't had an official fight yet in the UFC, so that's irrelevant at this stage. So we need to start training. You've made it this far, but it's a long road to the Ultimate Fighter final. Fights are won and lost in training camp, so let's head to the gym and get you ready for your next fight. Alrighty, so training camp. The goal of training camp is to maximize attribute growth while staying healthy. So we need to try and, improve our attributes and try not to get injured, basically. And the camp quality indicates how well your camp is going and basically how well and how quickly you're going to improve. And these are the different types of training we can do: stand up, clinch, and ground. So we can select which one we want to do, and then obviously select which training game we'd like to participate in, and that will grow certain attributes, as you can see right there. So we're going to go with quick strike, and this will be the intensity we pick. So we're going to stick to medium. We don't want to go easy because we want the opportunity to get a pretty good growth. So we'll go with medium. Hard might be a little bit too tough for us. So we'll stick with easy, and we'll see how we fare. So right now we just have to strike as quick as you can see. So as soon as the button comes up on the screen, you have to try and strike as soon as you can. The sooner you do it, the more points you'll score in a 30-second window. So this will help us improve our reaction rate and our ability to strike a bit faster, which obviously I believe is a big thing. There's a mistake there from me. I went for the spinning back fist, and that obviously wasn't the right move to do. So doesn't matter, we didn't end up failing. We have an A ranking, so that will give us our maximum boost to that attribute. So that's very positive indeed. So that's a good start. That's what you want to do from training camp. You want to try and get A rankings on everything. And since submissions, obviously we had a big submission victory in our first fight we saw a moment ago. So we're going to try and improve our submission skills even further, because I think submissions is probably my best way of getting a victory. Obviously, I did play a lot of UFC 1, and I actually did the whole career mode on the hardest difficulty without losing any fights at all. And pretty much the way I did it is by making people tap out. So I've got a lot of experience in making people tap out, and I was pretty good at it. Obviously, I haven't played UFC 1 in a while now, so all my skills are pretty much gone. But hopefully, we can recapture a bit of that magic here in this career mode. So I want to try and make sure I don't end every fight via a submission. I want to make sure I get some knockouts in, and of various natures, and maybe even, sometimes it'll go to the decision. You never know. But I want to make sure that I get some different styles of fights in, not just submissions every time. So we do want to have a strong submission game, so if things are going wrong, we do have something to fall back on. And that's where I think submissions are very important for me, because I like to stand up. I do. I like to try and, throw fists around and see what I can do, but most of the time it doesn't work out all that great. So now we're going to go for our submission defense. So most of the time it doesn't really work out all that great for me when I try and stand up, so a fallback for the submissions would be great. So we're just going to finish off our last training drill for the camp, and we have to work in our submission defense. So no real strategy to this. I guess what I like to do is just try different corners at every single possibility. So try to switch it up and keep the your opponent guessing on where you're going to go. And that can make it pretty easy in the end. Because it's pretty difficult to switch, all the time. It's very difficult. It takes at least probably half a second for most people, or a second really, to adjust to the change. So you can get a bit of movement in every single time. And if you're good enough, you can, you can get out of it straight away. So there you go. And we just need to get out of this one more time, pretty much. We've got 3 seconds left on the clock. He's not really going to get it locked in, is he? Only for a short period of time. So how do we go again? Another A ranking. fantastic results. We smashed that one. That was great. So now we need to get ready for our first fight. We've done the training camp. Are we ready to fight? Yes, we are. So let's get straight into our first fight. Here we go. It is the preliminary fight day. A big, big fight. And this will be our first fight in the Ultimate Fighter. Coming out wearing the blue. Not my style of color, but we'll accept with it. We'll go with it today. But, I don't think it really suits me, but fair enough. we'll roll with the punches. Can't complain here. We got Ronda Rousey in our corner. That's fantastic. So we need a big win here to keep our Ultimate Fighter hopes alive. So can we do it? We've got a pretty tough opponent tonight, and if we can, we'll get through to the quarterfinals. So here is our opponent. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about that, but we are definitely ready. And we've been practicing our submission game and improving our strike speed, so hopefully we can use that, and then that can be our advantage. So we're coming up against Hiroyuki Kojima, and Kojima versus Playz. Here's the tale of the tape. We have the height advantage. We made Playz pretty tall, so he is pretty big. He weighs a lot. He's pretty tall, so for most fights, he's going to have the size advantage. And straight away, there's a couple nice little jabs and a decent little sequence there. Didn't really rock Kojima too much, though. But you can see the reach advantage already coming into play. But there's Kojima with a big left kick right to the side of the skull. And that just rock Playz a moment there. And he has to try and regroup. Another kick there to the leg of Playz. Kojima wanting him to come after him. Not sure that's a bright idea because Playz did get the better of him earlier on, but there's Kojima with a big knee right to the midsection and right now to the face. Playz is in trouble. It's going to be all over straight away. And Playz manages to recover, but can he get out of this predicament? He's in trouble here. Kojima all over him. He's going for the full guard, trying to perhaps get Kojima off of him. And there he goes. He's back to his feet. He had to be because he was in real trouble. As you can see, he's just tiring already. Throwing a few too many punches too quickly. And Kojima had a real chance to win this fight early on. Couldn't take advantage though. Now Playz trying to go for the takedown with single leg takedown, and he will connect. Kojima is now down, and Playz might just be going for that submission again. He's going for the top mount. And now the submission, the armbar, is it on again? The armbar, he's got it. The armbar, it's locked in. Kojima has to try and fight out of it, or this fight will quickly be over. And a strong start from Kojima, and it might all be for nothing because Playz has the armbar locked in. He's not letting go, but Kojima breaks out. Just gets out of it, and that may have been Playz's, well, his best opportunity to pick up a victory, and it's gone to waste. Kojima now back in a pretty bad position. Playz trying to squirm his way out of this. Kojima with a couple of right hands there to the face of Playz. And Playz once again going for the top mount, trying just to reverse the situation. There it is. He's got the top mount, and again, he might be looking for that armbar. He is again. Here we go. The armbar again, once again locked in. And Kojima needs to try and hang on. It's a minute to go though. I think the clock has too much time on it for him to survive for the rest of the round. And it's getting locked in even further now, and this is real trouble for Kojima. Playz is about to make him tap. This is his last chance to break out of it. Playz has got him. Yes, he has submitted. And Playz picks up the victory and moves on to the next round of the Ultimate Fighter. So another submission victory by the armbar again. And I've got to say though, Kojima very, very impressive in the opening stages. Playz almost getting rocked and almost getting knocked out. But he has just barely survived. The submission does the job again for him. He needs to keep on going with the submissions because he's stand up, not so flash. But there you go, another victory for us. And that was a tough little fight there. We can learn from that. And like I said, we'll probably go with the submissions if we are getting in trouble to try and survive. But at the end of the day, we need to try and make sure that we can win our fights in other different ways as well. But a good victory there, and we need to just get through this. We just got to get through the Ultimate Fighter with however possible way that we can And that's our first victory. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for the first episode of UFC 2 Career Mode. This is where we stand right now. We've advanced. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stick around for the next one. Make sure you do subscribe and leave a like on this episode to see more. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next episode.